In the grand timeline of human innovation, some inventions define an era. The printing press, the steam engine, the internet, but what we are witnessing now may be the most profound of them all. It's a technology that doesn't just augment our physical abilities, but our cognitive ones. This is the story of artificial intelligence, the single most important technology of the 21st century. At its core, artificial intelligence, or AI, is the science of making machines smart. It's a vast field of computer science dedicated to creating systems that can perform tasks that normally require human intelligence. This includes things like learning, reasoning, problem-solving, understanding language, and even perceiving the world around them. But how can a machine, made of silicon and wires, truly think? Imagine a child learning to recognize a cat. You don't give them a list of rules like has fur, pointy ears, and a tail. Instead, you show them pictures, hundreds of them. A black cat, a white cat, a cat sleeping, a cat jumping. Over time, the child's brain identifies the underlying patterns that define cat. AI works in a remarkably similar way. It sifts through enormous amounts of data, not to follow explicit instructions, but to recognize patterns and make predictions based on them. It's less about being programmed and more about being trained. This ability to learn from data is what makes AI so powerful, but not all AI is created equal. The AI we interact with today is what experts call artificial narrow intelligence, or ANI. This AI is a specialist. It's designed and trained for one specific task. The AI that recommends movies on your streaming service can't drive a car. The AI that helps doctors detect tumors in an X-ray can't compose music. They are incredibly powerful, but their intelligence is confined to a narrow domain. The next frontier is artificial general intelligence, or AGI. This is the stuff of science fiction, a machine with the ability to understand, learn, and apply its intelligence to solve any problem, much like a human being. AGI doesn't exist yet, but it's the holy grail for many researchers. Beyond that lies a more speculative concept, artificial superintelligence, or ASI. This would be an intellect that is not just equal to, but vastly smarter than the best human brains, in practically every field. It's a future that is both thrilling and, for some, deeply unsettling. But to understand how we might get there, we must first understand the engine that drives modern AI. That engine is called machine learning. Think of it as the foundational process that allows a machine to learn without being explicitly programmed. It all starts with data, immense, colossal amounts of data. This data is the textbook from which the machine learns. Next, we use algorithms, which are like the learning strategies. These algorithms comb through the data, looking for those hidden patterns and relationships. As the algorithm processes the data, it builds what's called a model. This model is the output of the training process. It isn't the data itself, nor is it the algorithm. It's a new, complex mathematical structure that represents the knowledge extracted from the data. Once the model is trained, it can make predictions or decisions about new, unseen data. For instance, a model trained on millions of emails can predict whether a new email is spam or not, based on the patterns it learned. This cycle of data, algorithm, and model is the beating heart of nearly all the AI you use today. Within machine learning, there's a particularly powerful and sophisticated technique that has driven the recent explosion in AI capabilities. It's called deep learning. Deep learning is inspired by the structure and function of the human brain. Our brains are made of billions of neurons, all interconnected in a vast network. When we see, hear, or think, electrical signals pulse through this network, activating different neurons in complex sequences. Deep learning recreates this concept digitally, using what are called artificial neural networks. Imagine a series of layers. The first layer receives the raw input, like the pixels of an image. It then passes its analysis to the next layer, which looks for slightly more complex features, like edges and corners. That layer passes its findings to the next, which might identify shapes like eyes and noses. This continues through many layers, sometimes hundreds, until the final layer can make a sophisticated determination, such as this is a picture of a dog. This layered, hierarchical approach is why it's called deep learning, and it's what allows AI to perform incredibly complex tasks in perception and language. You might be surprised to learn how deeply AI is already woven into the fabric of your daily life. When you unlock your phone with your face, a neural network is at work. When your bank flags a potentially fraudulent transaction, it's often an AI model that detected the anomaly. In healthcare, AI is helping to analyze medical images with superhuman accuracy, accelerating drug discovery and personalizing treatment plans. The cars we drive are becoming smarter, with AI-powered systems that assist with parking, braking, and lane keeping, paving the way for fully autonomous vehicles. And in the world of entertainment, the recommendations you get for music, movies, and shows are all curated by sophisticated AI algorithms designed to understand your taste. AI is no longer a distant, futuristic concept. It's a silent partner in our modern world. Perhaps the most talked about AI today is ChatGPT. So, How does it work? At its heart, ChatGPT is a large language model, or LLM. It was trained on a staggering amount of text and code from the internet. When you type a prompt, the first thing it does is break your words down into pieces called tokens. A token can be a word, part of a word, or even just a punctuation mark. The AI then analyzes this sequence of tokens and performs a single, fundamental task. It predicts the next most probable token. It asks, based on the billions of sentences I've seen, what word is most likely to come next? It generates that word, adds it to the sequence, and then repeats the process, token by token, to build a complete sentence, then a paragraph, and then an entire essay. It's not understanding in the human sense. It's an incredibly sophisticated act of statistical pattern matching and prediction. This simple principle, scaled up with massive data and computing power, is what allows it to write poetry, debug code, and explain complex topics. But with this immense power come significant risks and challenges. The same technology that can create helpful content can also be used to generate deepfakes, hyper-realistic but fake videos or audio that can be used for scams, defamation, or political manipulation. The ability of AI to generate convincing text at scale has supercharged the spread of misinformation and propaganda, making it harder than ever to distinguish fact from fiction. And then there's the economic impact. AI-driven automation is poised to transform the job market, displacing some roles while creating new ones. The transition will require a massive societal effort in retraining and education to ensure that the benefits of AI are shared broadly. Rather than widening the gap between the haves and the have-nots, these are not just technical hurdles, but profound ethical and societal questions that we must navigate carefully. Looking ahead, the future of AI promises to be even more transformative. The pursuit of artificial general intelligence continues, with the goal of creating machines that can reason and create with human-like flexibility. In robotics, we'll see more advanced machines capable of performing complex physical tasks in factories, hospitals, and even our homes. The concept of the personalized assistant will evolve far beyond what we have today, becoming a true AI companion that manages our schedules, anticipates our needs, and helps us learn and grow. For individuals and businesses, the practical benefits are already emerging. AI tools are revolutionizing productivity, automating repetitive administrative tasks and freeing up human workers to focus on more strategic and creative endeavors. For creators, AI is becoming a powerful new medium, a collaborator that can help generate ideas, create art, and push the boundaries of what's possible. It's a tool for augmentation, not just automation. In the next 5 to 10 years, AI will fundamentally reshape how we work, how businesses operate, and how our society functions. It will challenge our definitions of intelligence, creativity, and what it means to be human. We stand at a pivotal moment in history, armed with a technology of unprecedented power. The choices we make today about how we develop and deploy it will echo for generations. If you want more high-quality AI videos, make sure to subscribe.